Alright guys, you'll have to excuse the weird coloring I've got going on here. For some reason, some setting on my camera has happened to where if I just have one blank background, everything on it just turns gray. I don't know why or what I did to make it do that, but if I put other little colored things in there, the colors come back. It's kind of crazy. So, with that in mind, yeah, so first talk about Marlowe. I got about a year ago, I actually got their body scrub wash, number 104, and I used to work at a was it ski resort a long time ago, and during the summertime you get this really lovely forest smell, this pine with juniper with pine, juniper, fir, that kind of stuff. And I used to love that smell. And then so first time I was washed with this, I actually got flashbacks of that. I'm like, wow, this smells just like where I used to work. Love the smell, and the reason I still have it is because I've been really I use it very rarely just because I want to preserve that smell. I'll probably end up buying some more tubes anyway. But I was offered the, but this I got, you need to check this one here out, where the facial cleanser smells almost the same, just like the original 102 body scrub bars. So if you've had these before, you know what they smell like, lovely smells, and like most people, when they try Marlowe, you get kind of become kind of a fan, almost like a disciple or something. You really dig them. So they clean great with the facial cleanser or the body scrub. I would actually wash with those, my head, and it would actually get squeaky clean. And what I mean is like, when you rub your finger on a balloon, it makes that squeaky noise. Well, it would when I rubbed it on my head would squeak like that. It really was amazing how much the oils it would take off. It wouldn't burn my skin off. So yeah, big Marlowe fan. And yeah, so I can definitely recommend the group here. So this smells like the forest. This one, uh, same smell, just not as quite as strong. This, on the other hand, the facial moisturizer, not very much of a smell at all. I mean, some things they like to make very, like their aftershave also, very little scent to it at all. But yeah, really impressed with all of them. I can always recommend Marlowe just to get them to test them out. I think you're probably like a 30-day, you know, money back thing anyway. So they're definitely worth giving it a shot. But I also just want to throw in here a little PSA. All right, I think I'll throw it in at the end or whatever. But sometimes I get complaints about, or you'll see complaints in the reviews about how it gets really scratchy after a while. So here's my old one, or my current one, I guess, that I'm using. And you notice all these little dots in here. So you can see the original bar. You don't see them very much that like there, right? But then there's more here. Because what happens, these are like crushed walnut shells or something. So it's not really a big deal. It helps with the exfoliant or whatever it's called. But as the soap dissolves, these remain, right? So you get a higher concentration of it. So all you do is one day when you're in the shower or something like that, um, usually I use like the handle on my razor, and I just do this. But you can do it with like butter knife right here. So all I do is when it's a little wet, you just scrape off all that, and then there you go. Now that's nice and only slightly rough the way it was super rough before. That's all I gotta do. People are complaining about it, and then said it keeps getting worse and worse as you go along. Well, just scrape it. That's all I gotta do. You know, I mean, if you're Marlowe, it's supposed to be man. You should know this stuff. Anyway, just a little PSA I want to add on to it. So yeah. Anyway, Marlowe always a thumbs up, and yeah, get it seriously. Thanks.